So the answer is given. CATB is the sequence here. Let's try to understand. Still other inventions. I cannot start a paragraph with a phrase like still other inventions, such as C might start the paragraph. Even A might start the paragraph. Even D can start the paragraph. Look at D. While industrial laboratories contributed such important products as nylon and transistors, independent inventors developed air conditioning. Again, it does not have that background information, the broadness which we always look for in a statement that is likely to start the paragraph. So D will not start, according to me. There is widespread belief that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in industrial research. Now, look at this. This is a very broad idea. It says here there is widespread belief that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in industrial research. Right? Now, if you go, so you can start with C. A recent study of important inventions, right? So basically, it says a recent study of important inventions made since the turn of the century reveals that more than half were produced of more than half were the product of individual inventors working alone, independent of organized industrial research. So it says here there is widespread belief that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in industrial research. And then you say a recent study of important inventions made since the turn of the century reveals that more than half were the product of individual inventors working alone, independent of organized research. So in C statement, you have some belief which says that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in industrial research. And then in A, basically, you have something which is contrary. It says that a recent study of important inventions made since the turn of the century reveals that more than half were basically the product of individual inventors working alone, independent of organized industrial research. And then, so we start the paragraph by saying that there is a widespread belief that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in research. A recent study of important inventions made since the turn of the century reveals more than half were the product of individual inventors. Right? So you have C and A. Right? You have C, which has a study. C has a belief. It says here there is a widespread belief that the emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in. So the general belief is given in C, and then there is a recent study which is a bit different from the belief. There is a widespread belief that emergence of giant industries has been accompanied by an equivalent surge in industrial research. A recent study of important inventions. So basically, important inventions has been introduced in A, and you have uh, the inventions are there in D and the inventions are there in B. That means basically you will find that D and B will definitely come after A, because A has the word inventions, C begins, and therefore CA is a pair, and DB must come later on. So it says a recent study of important inventions made since the turn of the century reveals that more than half were the product of individual inventors. While industrial laboratories contributed such important products as these, independent inventors developed these. And there are others which were developed with the combined efforts. So B should come at the end. B says combined efforts. D says that somewhere through independent inventors and somewhere through basically laboratories. A says basically about the inventions, and C is basically the broad idea. So you have C, A, D, B as the right choice. D says that some inventions were basically in the laboratories and some were by independent inventors. And then B says that there are still others which were basically through the combined efforts. So you have combined efforts in B, independent efforts in D. The invention idea has been introduced in A, and the broad idea is there in C.